Hello my friends and welcome to No Nonsense Metal Reviews. I'm George and today I've got another little batch of heavy relics to show off to you. I've got, 6 tapes in total, but these 4 in particular that I'll start off with, these are all from the Hell's Headbangers web store, ordered from the USA. Interestingly enough, it cost less to get stuff shipped from Hell's Headbangers on the other side of the Atlantic than it does to get things shipped internally within the UK. That aside, I've got these 4 brilliant tapes that I'm really pleased with. Over the kind of last year, I've been collecting cassette tapes a little bit more. I don't even know how that sort of came about, but I think it's the fact that for some reason, you do seem to be able to get certain releases on vinyl or tape, or sometimes just exclusively tape. Definitely when you're talking about black metal, very underground black metal, like demos and EPs and things like that, that you can't get on CD. You might be able to get it on YouTube, but you can't necessarily get everything on CD, which would make more sense. CD is definitely my primary format, but I've been slowly building up my tape collection, and I'll start off with this little article. Now, this album I absolutely love. I do have the album on vinyl as well, which I have recently showed off, but this is from Swedish black metal brutes Lord Belial, and this is Rapture. This is I believe it was released in 2022. This is their most recent album after a very long period of inactivity, really. 2022, yep, that's the one. And this is Dissonance Tapes, licensed from Hammerheart Records. Love this album. It's absolutely punishing. As soon as I saw that it was on tape as well, this lovely tape where you've got the art on the actual shell as well, I had to have it, couldn't resist, don't care if I've got it on multiple formats. It's an absolutely killer album. Tracks like Legion is absolutely bruising. That's the opening track. We've got full throttle battering drums. We've got some killer riffs. We've got those menacing bestial vocals as well. On a Throne of Souls is absolutely punishing. Destruction with its very, very crunchy riffs. There's a riff on that song which makes you stop what the hell you're doing, whatever you're doing, and headbang like a maniac. Then we've got Evil Incarnate, another great one. Then we've got the 3 kind of closing tracks that are quite grand and epic, in fact. Infinite Darkness and Death is got a kind of melodic black metal element to it. Alpha and Omega is definitely very heavy on the melodicism. And then we've got the absolutely grand, glorious Lamentations as well, the closing track there. But overall, this is a stunning album. I absolutely love this album. It is glorious. Definitely check it out if you like punishing black metal. If you like bands such as Marduk, for example, then you're definitely going to love Lord Belial, and Rapture is an absolutely stunning album. Absolutely love that. So sticking with our black metal then, I've got this little ditty from Morgul from Finland. I believe this is their only full-length album, but I'll have to double check that. This is Morgul from Finland with Nightmare Lord. Now this, I'm not going to go into too much detail on it because, not to give too many hints, but I'm going to be talking about this band a little bit more in the near future. But this is a real standout. Black metal is a very saturated subgenre. To be honest, just metal, the metal world in general, is very saturated. However, this band has really caught my attention because this album absolutely crushes. It crushes in the way that you've kind of got the musical brutality, but you've just got that kind of sheer aggression as well. You've got that power to it. It's like a black metal war machine. They kind of pack the same weight in my mind, in my ears, as a band like Watain, for example, or maybe Enthroned. There's a little bit of that going on there, and this album, Nightmare Lord, is absolutely killer. Oddly enough, though, there is quite a lengthy gap between the last 2 tracks on side B, which is a little bit kind of frustrating. However, Golden Son of Satan absolutely rips. We've got full throttle black metal assault from the off there. We've got Gateways of Flesh and Blood, and Flaming Mouth of Baphomet, real standout tracks. If you like, as I say, brutal black metal with a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of spite, then Morgul are a band you need to hear. Absolutely love it. Killer release, just damn fine stuff. And I only stumbled upon them not that long ago when I bought a tape from Signal Rex, which is a live recording of the band, and just from that I absolutely had to delve as deep as I could into the band. They are freaking great. So up next we've got another total wild card for me. This is a band that I'd heard the name of many times but never actually listened to. Bit of a legendary band. This is Sarcofago from Brazil, I should say. This is entitled The Worst, which was released in 1996. Now, this is a bit of an odd one because I was under the impression that Sarcofago were a legendary black metal band. However, this is an absolutely unrelenting, pummeling, extreme metal cacophony, if you like. We've got elements of, well, definitely more death metal than anything else. It's absolutely pummeling. But we also have kind of very industrial elements, if you like, in there. We've got some kind of groove elements, but it's mainly just bludgeoning death metal with a little bit of a black metal kind of tinge to it. But some really killer tracks, and I'm not that familiar with this album yet, so I do need to delve a little bit deeper, give it a few more spins. But initial impressions, the title track, The Worst, is furious. We've got some killer riffs there and some good vocals. Army of the Damned, God Bless the Whores is a really good one. Plunged in Blood is absolutely savage, as is Shave Your Heads. Not sure what that's all in reference to. Sounds a little bit sort of punk, really. But it's actually a really good album. It's a really good album. I just need to get a bit more acquainted with it and maybe check out some of Sarcofago's other material. But it's a punishing effort. Definitely, if you like savage death metal, but you like those kind of huge groovy riffs, the likes of Morbid Angel, for example, where you've got those kind of, certainly with The Covenant, for example, or if you like Cannibal Corpse, for example, you've got those huge crushing bulldozing riffs, then you're definitely going to like The Worst from Brazil's Sarcofago. So then, probably the little treasure in amongst this. This is a Hell's Headbangers reissue of 1995's Festivals of Atonement by US technical death metal gods Nile. I love that artwork. I absolutely love this package. It's a really good EP, but this is such a lovely package. You've got all of the ancient Egyptian sort of aesthetics going on there. It's brilliant. Absolutely glorious. I do have this as, well, on CD as part of a compilation, the beginning compilation, which I actually listed as being one of my favourite compilations in the little mini-series I did a while back, so you can check that out. But this is great. This doesn't sound as technical as what Nile have gone on to produce, certainly in more recent years. At this stage, Nile sounds more of like a traditional death metal band, although you've got some cracking riffs, some really brilliant tracks here in the form of Divine Intent, which is, it's got that kind of atmosphere and the whole kind of musical scene, the soundscapes that Nile managed to generate, the dark, ancient feeling. Divine Intent, cracking. We've got the Black Hand of Set, brilliant stuff. Heavy as Hell. Wrought, which is another brilliant track. Got some huge towering riffs there, really crushing stuff. Immortality Through Art, that instrumental piece. We've got Extinct, the closing track, which is another towering epic of a track. Brilliant stuff. Good old school death metal. Even at this early stage, Nile absolutely killed it. And Festivals of Atonement is a really nice little release. Definitely check that out if you're a fan of Nile, or if you're a fan of, say, Covenant, as I mentioned, by Morbid Angel, then you're definitely going to be able to appreciate this stunning little EP. So that kind of concludes my 4 tapes from the Hell's Headbangers web store. Definitely check out their store. They've got so much cool stuff on there. It's amazing. And then a couple of little articles that have just popped through the post in the last couple of days. We've got a Back on Black Records reissue of the complete demos from Dismember, Swedish old school death metal legends, one of the legendary Swedish death metal bands. I haven't even checked this out yet. It literally popped through the post about an hour or so ago, but I just thought this is so cool. Definitely going to be giving this a spin at some point today. So expect to hear a little bit more on that lovely article in the very near future. And then earlier in the week, I also had from Portugal's Signal Rex the debut album from the Geist of Oeshitia. I'm not sure how you actually pronounce it there. Hold up so you can see it. Oeshita? Not sure. But this is entitled Imprisoned in the Graven Wood, and it has a great album cover. This is nasty black metal. This is really raw, very, very chilly black metal. Enslaved to the lust of ichor, the graven would be mine. That is just black metal all over. I think this is a US band. It says recorded in winter of 2001. And it's a one-man project. I assume that is our guy there, the Geist of Oeshita. Absolutely awesome stuff. Check it out. I'll be talking more about that one in the very near future, of course. But for now, that concludes my my little heavy relics bundle. Just to remind you, we had Lord Belial with Rapture, Swedish black metal. We've got Morgul with Nightmare Lord, Finnish black metal. Sarcofago, the worst, with whatever the hell they want it to be, from Brazil. And we've got Nile with Festivals of Atonement, absolutely crushing US technical death metal, kind of old school death metal brilliance. Thank you very much for watching, my friends. What are your thoughts and opinions on these particular releases, on these albums? Very interested to hear thoughts and opinions of others, as always, of course. Do check back soon for more reviews and recommendations of all the good, heavy things. Feel free to like and subscribe, as always. It's very much appreciated. But do take care, my friends, and stay heavy.